How's it going, everyone? Today is going to be a solo podcast today on my One Piece. And what I mean by that is it's just going to be me and you right here situation. I'm going to be interviewing myself in a sense, if that makes sense. And in all reality, you guys are going to learn a little bit more about me. I have guests coming on. I have all my friends talking about their speeches and like what they be wanting to do. I know you guys get a little hint here and there of what I want to do, but I'm dedicating this full podcast on just about me, so that way you guys can get a little bit more knowledge about me. So to start off, my name is Abraham Venegas. Uh, I was born here in Utah. I know I went to Cali for a bit, and I came back. So I can't say I lived a lot in California, but because I lived here more in Utah now. So yeah, what is it? From Utah. I started this journey that I wanted to actually start doing something like on my own, as in like starting my future career. And a lot of people are like, all right, well, what are you into? Like, what business are you into and everything? Or like, what job are you doing? But the funny thing is, I am not working at the moment because my full-time job is this podcast, is my Twitch streams, it's my YouTube channels, all my social media. So I don't have an official like I'm, you know what? No, because people that jump onto these situations, this is their official job. So this is my official job. To very little people know, but yeah, this is my official job. I'm working to become a influencer. I want to let people know all this stuff and everything like that. So what I did to get that started was start this podcast, start a bunch of other little businesses to go with this and everything. So that's a little bit about me on my business side. A couple stuff as in projects I want to be doing in the future is, let's see, I actually want to get started on like vlogging some stuff or like uploading. So I have this one idea in my mind where it's I write down, I'm not gonna say the exact name, so that way you guys, if you guys run through it, you guys can get it. Like, just these viewers right here are gonna get a little full, like, you guys are gonna be the first people to know who's behind the book. But I wanted to get started on this little journal that I got going on. Let me let it focus up. This little journal, you guys are going to be seeing it on TikTok. So what I'm trying to do on there is every day I'm going to be writing something on this notebook. It's going to be a small little quote, something that I feel like the world needs to hear, something like that. And it's just going to be me writing this simple thing, my handwriting and everything's going to be writing it down, and like just upload it on TikTok. I'm not going to have it connected to anything. It's going to be its own little thing. I'm not going to say the names, so that way you guys can find it. And if you guys find it, you guys are the lucky ones to actually find it. But yeah, it's just going to be simple little writing like that. There's moments in life where people get distracted so much by all the stuff that's going around their life, and I feel like them just coming back to like a clarity zone or like a zen zone, or like a moment where they just need to hear sometimes something to get them like make them continue going. And that's what I want with this journey that I'm like a future project I'm going to be start doing on TikTok. So there's that. So I got that going on. One of the things that I get asked a lot is like, you don't get nervous when I start talking? Like, when you start talking on here? I'm like, everyone gets nervous. So I get nervous on here. I get nervous just talking to myself. It feels awkward, but it's something I gotta do because I'm not at the end of the day, I have to make it think like I'm not talking just to myself. You guys are there listening and tuning in with me. So I appreciate you again. Anyone who's looking right now and seeing how awkward it feels for me just to be looking at this camera and talking and hoping you respond. There's that going on. What is it? Unfortunately, I had a whole podcast planned out for today, but some stuff happened, so I had to pull this all together. So bear with me if if it's not fully up to like our standards on my One Piece podcast situation. So I'm working with like last minute stuff. But let's get started with the segment where we introduce my social platforms and everything like that. Whoop. Let's see. Let me get this properly lined up. All right, let me get this pulled up real quick. All right, we'll get started with my Instagram. Let me get you guys on there. All right, you got me started right here. So yeah, my Instagram right here. It's like I so starting up with my bio real quick right here. It started off with me watching one of my favorite influencers. I may get hate on it or anything like that, but one of my favorite influencers is Logan Paul. And Logan Paul, I remember jumping onto his what is it? His YouTube channel, and it said 23-year-old kid just living his life and bringing you along to watch. So I loved that little thing. So every year I always update it with my new age. So yeah, that's that. And then the Duck Duck Goose King. I remember one time me and my buddies were hanging out and everything, and we were making our Tinder profiles. And I looked at his. I was like, bro, like I need to make something throw some comedy in it. And he's like, oh, look at mine, and his was Duck Duck Goose King, and I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna steal that. That's hilarious. So I put that on some of my social medias. Duck Duck Goose King. But yeah, here's just running a little basics of my Instagram and everything. It's just a lot of great little memories and everything. A lot of people don't know about me. Is that I love art, like punk music and everything. Like it has to be something I learned after the years, like what is it, after I graduated high school, because before that, back in high school, I was a little preppy boy. I would have my buttoned up shirts, like I a lot of people said I was white in the aspect of like dressing nice. I wouldn't act a Hispanic role and everything like that. So because I would be always with my nice comb over, a button-up shirt, khaki shorts, white Vans, stuff like that, like the college, like the high school preppy boy look. That's what they would call me. They're like, we wouldn't expect to be like Hispanic. You just are a big, you have a tan, but not like a full tan and everything. But yeah, one of the things after I jumped out of high school, I didn't even expect myself to be doing is like loving punk rock music. And I wish I could be playing you guys this audio, like the music that's going on and everything, but I can't because then I get a copyright when I upload this on YouTube. But yeah, here's a little video of me when I was in the middle of the mosh pit. So the thing about mosh pits, like you're surrounded by people just literally going around. So there's a little area where you can be safe. Like, oh, you need to take a quick little break. And so while I was taking that break, I was like, I need to record this. And the funny thing is, I also have another. When I stream, I stream on Twitch as well, but I stream every Saturday, noon to 2, around that time. And what I stream is just video games. I play my video games there, and that's where I do just have fun. And while I was at this 3-day event in Las Vegas, I was just there chilling. And after this, once this mosh pit started, these performers started, this guy came up to me. He's like, hey, are you Abraham? And in my mind, I was like, I wanted to say yes, but in these shows, sometimes the less people know about you, the better, because you don't want to get in fights and everything, and them tracking you down and stuff like that. So I was like, nah. He's like, bro, like you don't do this, and the music started going, so I couldn't hear him. So I was like, no, that's not me. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm positive, bro. He's like, all right. He walks away, and towards the end of like the performers finally stopped playing and everything. Like their gig is up. So I'm starting to walk to the next performers, like to the next performing stage area, and he comes up to me again. He's like, bro, you're lying to me. You have the tattoos the same spot. You have you have that curly hair, you have all this stuff. He starts like pointing out little stuff like you. So I used to go by Game Pro. I used to when I started streaming, I used to go by Game Pro, and he's like, "You're Game Pro, right?" And I'm like, "Wait." He's like, "Yeah, it is." I was like, "Yeah, it is, man." And he's like, "I knew it." He tells me, he's like, "Bro, I see your streams and everything like that." So after I finally met a person in life, like in real life, like that actually recognized me. Oh, you should have seen my like level of confidence, or like as well, like knowing that I'm doing something and people can actually like are actually watching me. Like I was so hyped at that moment, like, and I love it. And you can see him on, like, if you know who I'm talking about. I've told this story to a couple people, and then the person that's like actually like saw me, he sees some of my streams. So I'm not gonna point him out on here. He does pop up on this video, but yeah, just for his safety and everything. But yeah, like one of the favorite things is punk rock. Like I didn't realize I would be the type to be in these situations. I just thought I'd always have a job, like on an office. That's what I wanted. I wanted to have an office job and everything like that, or something that involved talking to people in person and everything like that. But yeah, like punk rock bowling. That's what the event was called. It was just like nonstop moshes and everything. I loved it. Me and my buddies spent 3 days nonstop. Like we went in. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still like not like the I don't have the full guts to like jump into the pits like every single pit, or like there's some mosh pits that actually go hard and everything. And so I would jump in here and there, but my buddy, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be jumping into as many as I can. So we would see him in and out, in and out, in and out. Like he was in there like nonstop. And the last day that we were there, he was like fully like bruised up, like sore as hell. Like like he was going through so much pain because you mosh pits, you're getting uh like fists thrown at you, like you're getting shoved, you're getting dropped to the floor, stuff like that. He was like in pain on the last um performing the performers, like the last people that were performing. It was hard, like some really hardcore stuff. And kept telling me, he's like, "Bro, you need to jump in on this one." I was like, "Bro, all right, all right." So I kept getting close. He's like, I'll just tag along." I'm like, "I'm not getting on like in the pit because I'm tired. Like my body can't do it." But I was such a chicken when I was in at the front. I was just like, "Oh, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it?" Like I was waiting for the right moment because I was scared to jump in. And then out of nowhere, I see my buddy that's all like bruised up. I wouldn't expect to be jumping in and everything like that. He ran in, just went full ham, going in the pit like nothing. And I'm like, I am for sure a chicken because my buddy just jumped in and everything like that after going through so much pain, and he still has like yeah, like he still has the power to go in there. I was like, I really have to go in. So as he's coming around, he pulls me in, and I'm like, I'm in the pit. I'm in there for like max 30 seconds because I waited too long to actually jump into the like more of a hardcore pit and everything. And I was like, damn it. It's like, but like my buddies, we were just having so much fun and everything. You can see where are they at? Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna point them out because just for their safety again, I don't want to point them out. Let's see. But yeah, the main reason I came to punk rock bowling on day two was one of my favorite bands. They are called Streetlight Manifesto, and they were the first like official like punk, like not full punk, but like more ska music, like this type of vibe and everything like that that I was introduced to. And it's actually my first tattoo. It's an awkward move, but yeah, it's right there. It was my first actual like tattoo that I got first tattooed on me, and when I finally saw them, well, it was like the best thing. The reason I came again, it was the big one situation. And then right here, you're gonna see me. I tried recording as much as I could. Um, Me actually being inside a pit itself. So yeah, let's see. I wish again I could be playing this like unmute this, but because of copyright moments, I can't actually play the music that's going on. Let's see. Yeah. The other funny thing is, um, throughout this thing, everyone's like humming, singing to the music and everything. And like right here, boom, I'm in the pit. I'm holding my phone. Like you can drop your phone and break it or lose it, but like I'm like over here gripping onto it, like holding on as hard as I can in the middle of the pit and all this stuff. The funny thing is my buddies love this video because once I'm in there, like everyone's humming and like singing onto the song, and I'm over there like da 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 da. You can hear me, and they're like, "Oh, it sounds so, it just here it sounds so joyful and everything." I'm like, yeah, but yeah, continuing off of that, one thing I did notice was like I need to start doing more with my life, like learning, like just seeing different things, different parts of the world and everything, just enjoying life as much as I can and everything. So one thing I love doing is skateboarding. It's a new passion I really love is just skateboarding. And once I'm on that board, I feel like everything is completely gone. There's nothing to worry about, and it's just me and the board. It's like my zen. It's like one of my perfect moments and everything like that. So another thing is when I'm out there skating and everything, I want to bring along the notebook and write stuff down, like little things, and upload it at that moment. It's just I feel like I'm at my like greatest moment when I'm there. Here's a little here's my little thing. One thing I love, again, I love spreading out like love and everything. So here's one of the things that I woke up one day just feeling really great. I was like, hey everyone, take time to enjoy today because life is great and we can't afford to miss out on it. Spread love to everyone that you love or even to someone that you haven't talked to in a while because everyone deserves to enjoy life. Make today your bitch by doing what you want and enjoy showing it that you are living an amazing life. So sorry for my foul language, but yeah, I think sometimes when like when I swear, like it's where it's the closest I can get to what I want to like mean to some on something else. Like it's it's the nicest way I get to say something sometimes. It's a little nice. Another tattoo I got tattooed. Here's a better view, so that way I don't have to be like twisting all around and everything. My tattoos, but yeah, here is one of my favorite things of all time, and it was where I was inspired to actually call this stream, like this podcast, is One Piece. So One Piece is about a anime where the pirate's life and everything, and the king of the pirates, uh, when he was about to get executed and everything, they someone's like, "Hey, is your treasure real?" And he said, "Yes, my treasure is real, and it's called One Piece." It's like if anyone who can find it will be. It has all my treasures, all anything you need to conquer this world. It's like, and if you can find it, you will be the next pirate king. So it's my One Piece, and everything's collected. So on this tattoo inspiration I had was like I need to collect all these different animes, and this is like a little treasure. So this is what I would like. This is how you would conquer the world. So I got Luffy and Ace right here, their hats. I got UA, so from My Hero Academia. I got some Dragon Balls lined up, some the Naruto headband, Fairy Tail, Sword Art Online, and Yu-Gi-Oh! The Millennium necklace. Yeah. So yeah, it was again inspired. Like this podcast was inspired by my One Piece because that's a that's his treasure to conquer the world, and this is my treasure to conquer our world. So yeah, my One Piece podcast. So there's that right here. What is it? Yeah, again, I used to go by GamePro 801, but now I changed everything to connect it to Abe, so that way all my social media and all that stuff can be connected to everything. So here's the cool thing. Yeah, when I started, this was back in like 24 weeks ago. Can't quite make sure, but from today, November 26, 24 weeks ago from then, I only had 24 followers and everything. So it's been quite a journey and everything, but I've been able to do it. So let's actually check out my Twitch itself. So I got my Twitch right here. Again, I went from having 24 followers 24 weeks ago to having 124 followers now. And to be honest, it has been one of my greatest like a little achievements, because once I got affiliate, I was like, damn, I can do this. I can do this. I put in the grind. I kept putting more grind, because you need to get at least 50 followers to be affiliate. You have to get a bunch of other requirements that you need to, but and everything. And when I finally reached that, I was so excited. I was like, yes. I was like, my next goal is when I reach 100, I'm actually going to do a giveaway. I was like, so if people tune in, I'm going to be giving $100 on that giveaway. So I had I think like 15, 20 people pop up on that stream, and they were constant viewers and everything. So they ended up winning the $100. And what I told them on that $100 giveaway was like, I don't you tell me where you want those $100, because there's a bunch of like YouTubers or like giveaways that people do on Twitch or anything like that. They're like, all right, I'll give you $100 gift card to Amazon or $100 gift card to Apple or whatever. You know, they set the specific place for that giveaway. But for me, I was like, you tell me personally where you want that $100, because say, what if you want it in like, obviously it had to be through like some type of like card transaction. So it's like, what if those people just want to pay like another bill? What if those people have something else to pay? So that's why I was like, you tell me and I'll send it to you. So that person ended up actually wanting an Amazon gift card. I was like, all right, I can do that for you, no problem. But yeah, I've done other little giveaways like $20 or like $15 for like little tournaments, because one thing I do on my streams is play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is one of my of all, like, just Yu-Gi-Oh! Alone. It's one of my biggest like childhood memories of like growing up and everything, was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've come so long, like I've come along so I've been through so much that I've always loved playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So I have that. And yeah, if you ever tune in on any of those tournaments and everything, again, I stream Saturdays at noon to 2, usually 2 to 3 hours, somewhere around there. That's how long I stream. But it's always noon at noon Mountain Standard Time. Noon Mountain Standard Time. That's when I for sure stream on Saturdays. So there's that right there. I got that going on. It again, I just love Duel Links and everything. So I know I want to expand and play more games, but what is it? It's just finding the right time and everything, being able to like play certain games with people and everything. Just finding people, because one of the reasons I started streaming as well as in gaming channel was that every time I would play with like some group of friends and everything like that, we'd always have fun and everything. And my brother once told me, he's like, why don't you guys like stream? You guys say so much stupid stuff, and like everyone would be laughing at it and everything. So just stream it. Like you guys be doing so much stupid stuff. I was like, all right. So that's where it started. But let's go back some a little like back stories, like some history. Back in the day when I first started, like when I what is it 3 years ago? So 3 years ago, I that's when I first got my like drive to actually like do YouTube. Like I wanted to do YouTube. I want to help people. I want to do all this other stuff. Like I really wanted to do it. So I took the chance, and the chance I want to say 3 days before I actually uploaded my first video. It's right here. Damn, 234 views. Holy crap, who be watching my videos? Who be watching my videos? This is like, oh. Damn, I thought that they only had like 20 views max. Like, but no, I'm looking at them like 245 views, 234 views. You know what? I'm gonna have to start doing these vlogs. You know, like I did mention it. I'm gonna start these vlogs again, start talking about stuff and all this other things. So I'm gonna back into this. But yeah, 3 days before I actually started to before I actually uploaded my first YouTube video, the intro, like vlog 1, I hit up everyone. I was hitting up everyone on Facebook. I was hitting up everyone on Instagram. I was hitting up anyone I could reach, to family members and everything. I was like, hey, I'm starting this up. If you guys could subscribe, I'd appreciate you guys. If you You guys don't have to consistently view me or anything like that, but just seeing that you guys subscribe would help out so much. So that way I can start this journey. And within with with one day I reached 70, and then on the second day I reached I got 20 more, so I was at 90, and then the final day like I got 30, like almost 40 more. That's where I got 100 and the 129 followers. I was like, yes, we got this. So so let me let me mute this real quick. But let's play some of this stuff.
A small little glimpse of.
Ooh. And another thing is, another reason.
How's it going, people of the internet? My name is Abraham Venegas, and welcome to my vlog channel. Yes, I am vlogging. So let's see how this goes.
Yep, that was loud.
I'm excited today because it's another day and it's another grind. Today's video will just give you a small little glimpse of what I'm gonna bring to you guys on the daily basis, and after this it will be my daily vlogs. So if you haven't done it yet, go down below and hit that like button for me, and if you want to keep up to date with me, smash that subscribe button so that way you're alongside with me on this whole journey. Today's video will be short because I am still trying to adapt this whole vlog style into my life, and I don't want to be bringing boring content, because what my goal is to distract you at least for 5 minutes of your busy life. Just bring a smile to your face. So let's just show you a quick little montage of what I just did the past few days, what I do on a daily basis. So let's go into that.
All right, I can't show more. Let me mute it real quick. It's because back in the day, I actually messaged the creators of this song and everything like that. I messaged them. I found their email and everything. I emailed them. I was like, hey, I'm starting up a vlog channel. I was wondering if I could use your music. I just don't want to run into any copyright situations. And I bet if I go through like my old emails, I can pop it up, but that's their privacy and everything, so I don't want to share that. But I messaged them. They're like, yeah, go for it. Like we appreciate you loving, like, because I also tell them like I love their music. I actually downloaded a lot of the stuff. Coming back to Logan Paul, pops up right there in this little thumbnail. But yeah, I actually like Logan Paul would always upload vlogs, and that some of his music. That's where I was inspired to get that song. And so yeah, I messaged him. I was like, I love your music. Let me, if I could use it and everything. They said yes, go for it. And I'm like, yes. So when I uploaded this, I didn't get copyrighted, but I don't know about this video. So I'm gonna mute it because I'm not sure if they changed their like contract or anything like that. So I'm gonna play like this for a bit. So yeah, it was just back in the day. I was really into the so it was this business. Let me do this. So it was this business where it was we would bring a bunch of people. We would talk about this new thing going on. It's forex, so foreign exchange. So we would bring people along so that way they could listen to it and like find out if they want to be part of it. We would motivate people to try something different and everything like that. So it was an old company that I was part of and helping out people. So I got to meet a lot of new people, and actually this was the like this type of events. This is where I actually met one of my friends. Like I love him and everything. His name is Marcos. I wonder if he pops up on any of these videos. Yeah, it was like I would record. I would tell everyone there. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be recording a quick video and everything for YouTube. So if it's okay with you guys, I appreciate it. Like how I can show people all this stuff. So yeah, so I had this going on and everything. So it was just my journey. I wanted to show people like all this like stuff and everything. I loved being around cars because 350Z. Oh, that's my dream car right there. But yeah, it's all this stuff. I would show you guys all this little cool things and everything like that. I was walking around with a bunch of people and like just getting to show all these cars. I wish I could like I wish the video didn't have the music because I talk throughout this whole thing like what's going on, but I have to kind of like explain it for you guys now. Well, yeah, and then I had a segment where I was going through the gym and everything like that because again, I'm a lot uh like I'm not that big anymore. I'm still kind of big, but not as big as I used to. You could tell like I you like no, you can actually tell I have a neck. Back then I you couldn't tell. But yeah, it's this whole thing. And you see I
on all my little adventures. So let's
yeah,
stay
hold
tuned
up.
and hope to see you guys
Let's
education courses to my
let's let my
training.
old
Yes,
teacher.
I will be bringing you along with my grind from education courses to my training at the gym, and I will have you alongside with me on all my little adventures. So let's stay tuned and hope to see you guys tomorrow on my next video.
Funny thing is, that jacket got stolen. Actually, earlier this year, it got stolen because my Honda got stolen, and that that uh, it's more of a windbreaker. It was in there, and they actually stole it. It was there in the sea, and they took it. I was like, damn it. That was the last time I used it because after that, I let my bar use it, and he left it in the Honda, and it was always just there. But also that background, the full of comics and everything like that. Um, what is it? And that little shelf with my Power Ranger pups. The day before I actually started recording my first YouTube video, I built this. Like I was like, I need to have a nice background. Like it should look really cool and everything like that. That way people can like get into it and everything. So I was like, I have a bunch of comics. I'm gonna put that up. So I started putting comics up and everything. So that's what I did. And I was like, but I need something else. And I put up the shelf. It's like this IKEA shelf. It's not meant to be on the walls, like hanged up and everything like that. So I was putting in nails and everything. You can actually like you can see them right here. You can see like those little dots. Me just hammering it out and everything. it, I barely made it like work and everything like that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I still have all those comics and everything. I think I gave most of those to my little brother because he was more into it. I did keep some of like these more collectible ones. I do have more like some Power Ranger ones up there, but I know I kept a couple of them because in the future you never know. Like they could probably sell for, or like I just have them for a good nostalgic moment.
So
yeah.
Abraham out.
Abraham out. Yep, that was the first intro, and from there, if you guys want to check it out, it's on it's on my Instagram. You guys can check it out. It's right there, or you can just literally look up Abraham Venegas. Look, let's look. That way, it's yeah, so we're here in the journey together. We'll look it up together. So Abraham, oops, Abraham Venegas. Yeah, we'll put that Abraham Venegas. Scroll down. There's a lot of these random things, and then boom, right there. The funny thing is, like, I also like mentioning this. Let's see, channel. Out of all the Abrahams on here, I'm actually the only one with like the most subscribers. So I'm winning that one. I'm winning that one, you guys. I'm happy there. Like you can literally see all these different Abrahams. No one beats me. No one beats me. So I'm pumped. Yeah, and it's right there. It's right there. Yeah, that's my YouTube channel. Here's my TikTok. Can't remember. I probably do have an audio behind it, so I can't exactly play this. But this one right here is the video where I actually talk about the $100 giveaway that I was doing for my Twitch for reaching 100 followers. So there's that one. Damn, I wish I could show you guys all these. Here, hold up. Let me mute the background real quick so I can see if it is. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking through these real quick to see what I can actually show you. Yeah, I used to be big. I used to be big, big. All right, so I can show you this one. I'll play the audio for you guys on this one for sure. So let me unmute myself real quick. So well, the desktop. All right. So this is a little bit what you could see. So at that moment, I forgot to mute myself because at the beginning of these streams, like you have the starting soon, like pages, so like you get to like adjust anything that you need to do last minute. But I forgot to mute my mic. you, it always happens. So I forgot to mute my mic on the starting screen. And I got a message from my buddy, so he sent it to me, and I was like, "All right, let me see it." And I played it, and and as I'm playing it, I have my phone right here, just looking at it and everything. I kind of like look up, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Oh no!" And it plays that, and I'm like, my buddy started laughing. Let's get back to this video again. This video is just me and my buddy just playing random games.
I forgot about the stream.
Get to the safe zone.
Fuck, are you going so fast?
I got the need.
So right behind this little play button, he was coming in so fast. Let me build it up for you guys because it's hard to tell everything right here. But yeah, he was coming in so fast, and I was following him, and I'll rewind it a bit. We were coming down. He was going so fast. I was like, "Bro, where are you going? Where are you going?" And this happens.
I got the need for speed. Fuck me.
Ends up killing himself. And this next part, after he died, because you can actually see his stuff right there, like right where the mouse is pointing, you can see his like loot right there. So he's respawning in on this match and everything, and this is what happens.
Whack. Whack. Was that a sniper rifle?
Yeah. You want it?
A little bit. Fuck. Better not spectate me, because I choke.
Wait, what? Wait. Wait, what?
When you die, don't spectate me. I choke. Oh fuck, I just died.
So it's just moments like those that are like the reason why I decided to stream and everything like that. Just me and my buddies just playing and everything. This clip right here, it was my first like funny moment that I had. So we're just playing and everything. I get this kill, and it's this older Hispanic guy, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like he's saying all this in Spanish, so I'm just translating it so that way everyone understands. He's like, "Fuck!" Like fucking shit, and I catch him again. He tried to get payback. And so I kill him again. And he's like, "God fucking damn it." He's like, "They did it again." So I'm just having the time of my life. So that was happening. What is it? Oh, damn, you just have to hear some of this stuff. If I can't play it, another thing is, I I think this is like the only thing I've done that was like a comedy skit. So let me tell you a little backstory behind this. My ex actually did tell me this in person. She did tell me this. She's like, if we ever break up and all this, like this would happen. So this is what she told me. And in my head, I'm like, nah, I know that for a fact there are some people there. So I had to do this. Yes, I knew she was wrong because my homies are always there. And some of those, the funny thing is, people are like, "Oh, he's just making that up," but no, some of those little things I put on there are actual stuff my friends have told me in the past. Yeah. There's that. One thing I also love doing is art. I love drawing. It's one of my passions to do. And here's this little one piece sketch I did. So it's that little thing. One thing you will notice, I love cherry blossoms and waves. It's one of the things. This was like not my best work or everything like that, but I love that. It's I hate seeing myself like just I was a bigger guy. But yeah, like there's this one right here where I did with waves. Here's me hinting the next project I was working on. I need to do better transitions. I was doing really bad transitions. But yeah, let me pause it. Nope. Right. Yeah. And right there, yeah, it's the One Piece boat. It's the going merry on the great waves and everything like that. Here is, you know what? I'm gonna show you the actual video. Whoa, why is that blue now? Right, let me show you the video of me actually working on it. So it's, I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but it's this little reference part. It's not the exact tree or the exact like landscape, but it's the Oogway. It's Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. So I drew it out and everything and like that. And then that right there is my Japanese. Well, it's my name in Japanese. I think it is Japanese or Chinese. One or the other. I apologize if I'm just. I can't remember exactly what I chose. If it was Japanese or I think it. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not fully sure. Hopefully, I don't like offend anyone. But like, I'm sorry. But again, I can't remember if I chose Japanese or Chinese on that the writing, but that's my name right there because I remember back in elementary one time they had us make these big artwork pieces and we had to do it in Japanese because the artwork was Japanese artwork that we did. So I was like, I really want to do that again. So ever since then, I write my name again. I don't know if it is Japanese or Chinese, but Chinese or Japanese. But I always sign my little signature like that now for my artworks. But it's just that I really love just doing landscapes. I think that's my passion. Here's this one. Again, sorry for my really bad transition. It's literally me grabbing my phone, going vroom and vroom and then vroom and then vroom. That's all it is. That's all it is. I apologize. And the reason why I love doing landscapes is because I'm awful at faces. I am really bad. Like you can tell. Like look at these. These are supposed to be like just yeah, they're really bad. So that's why I work on landscapes. I think I can do a better landscape thing. But the idea was just the Naruto village and everything like that with the mountain of the previous Hokages, and then what I wanted to do was change it up a bit, and it was I did the Starring Night. I can't remember the exact name for this, but it was my high school teacher. She really loved this painting, and I really loved it too. So what I did was put Naruto right there, and the whole like skin behind it. That was that. Um, I actually I love my book. I've done more art pieces and everything like that. I need to upload some more. What's this? Oh yeah, my One Piece one. Sorry, I was like, what is this? But here's a little another tattoo. So this is funny. It's right here. It's right there if you guys can see it. But yeah, this is my best. Like, I love this tattoo because when I people ask me like, "Oh, what's your favorite tattoo?" And I always point them out to this one. The reason why it's a great like conversation starter or like a little great moment just to make people laugh. But I just grab my finger where I can. All right, so I just do this and I grab him right there and just make him do that. I tell everyone I can make my boy twerk. So it's a great little moment and everything. And so when I would meet girls' parents and everything like that, I would show them because a lot of people, I don't know if like fall on nowadays, but a lot of people, like older people, they don't like people with tattoos. So this is a great way of me like showing them and just making them laugh and they'll be like okay with my tattoos and all this stuff. But yeah, it's my little twerker. There's that. Again, it I wish I could play all this audio for you guys, because this one right here is one of my favorite ones. It's me and my buddy just talking me mainly talking trash to him, and he's like, you know what, I'm done, we're gonna do this. And so we start playing and all this other stuff. It's some great stuff, but I don't want to get copyrighted, so there's that. Let's see, just going quick through my stuff. But yeah, I got that going on. Again, if you guys want to follow me on any of these social media platforms, you can find me on all things just connected to Abe. There's my, yeah, you could just put Abraham Venegas on that. There's my Twitch. If you guys really love watching me, I think my live stuff is a lot better. There's my Instagram, and again my TikTok. I'll have everything linked down below, so that way you guys can find it all and everything. That way it's easier for you guys. But that's what I got right there. Here, let's actually go back to the main screen. But yeah, that's pretty much all my social media stuff and everything. I got that going on. I really love showing and expressing all like the love I can towards people and everything. So when I get the chance, I do it. So, and then I know I'd be saying some stupid stuff, so I try to record it and bring it to you guys. That way you guys can all watch. What is it? Another thing I ventured after high school, ventured onto and like wanting to do more, was actually do like watching anime. And the one anime I really wanted to start watching again, because it was the first anime, not exactly the first, but the one anime that I actually loved. I didn't know why, I just really loved it. Was One Piece right here. Yeah, and I've told you guys it's One Piece. I don't know why, I just loved the aesthetic. And on top of that, the reason, the first time I ever was introduced to One Piece was back in the day. What is it? I played Yu-Gi-Oh. That's how I got like introduced into like anime. I played Yu-Gi-Oh, and I really wanted like more like artwork stuff, or like little exclusive stuff I could get for Yu-Gi-Oh. And one of the things was like ordering monthly, like I had to sign up for a monthly subscription for Shonen Jump. And so I was like, all right, let me do that. So I jumped on there, did that, and one time an issue came with a demo for One Piece for my PlayStation 2. Yeah, PlayStation 2. It was a One Piece demo of them. It was a fighting game. I couldn't quite remember what it is, everything like, but yeah, it was just fighting. Me and my brother loved it. You could only choose like three. No, you could choose either Luffy, Zoro, Arlong, or Nami. I think those were the people, or Sanji, Usopp, something like that. It was a small little selection, and then you can get some backup characters. But yeah, we would play like nonstop. We loved that game, even though it was a demo. But we still loved it, and we loved playing it. And that was the first time I was ever introduced. Later, like the older I got and everything like that, I realized I love everything about pirates. I love all that stuff, and when I like started getting into it again, and it made so much sense. Like since I was little, I loved the idea of pirates, and One Piece happened to be a pirate thing, and I was like, damn, was I inspired by that or Pirates of the Caribbean? Because that's another thing I love. But yeah, it was so weird how all that stuff connected and everything, and to this day, it's like it's what keeps me going and what helps me grow and be the person I want to be. And like, it's just be doing what I do. Let's see. Sorry again. It's I'm like trying to ask myself these questions and make it easy for you guys, so that way you guys are watching and all this stuff. What's something? Oh, you know what? Let's see. Shush. Like trying to think of a question. Oh, what is it? I'll talk about like the little steps I'd be doing. So the steps I'd be doing to like get this content out and everything like that. I was like, Okay, so let me back up. The steps to do all this stuff, people think it's easy, just upload one video, you'll become famous. But it's not like that. You have to stay consistent. And to stay consistent, you have to put in the grind. So the things like here are my little tips when it comes to starting up a new, like, here are my tips. Here are my tips to starting a social media platform and becoming an influencer. So one thing you have to do, step one, you have to dominate whatever name you want to choose for who you are. If you want to put your name, if you want to come up with a name like this, My One Piece Podcast, or like other platforms connected to Abe, you have to put that name on every social media platform. Start off with whatever you want. So start off with Instagram, go from Instagram to Facebook, from Facebook to Twitter to YouTube to Twitch, any little platform you want to do. You want to conquer that name. You want to place it before, so that way if you do end up making it big and everything like that, you can already have access to all these different platforms. So that way people don't grab that name before you. So that way you can make it your thing. So that way if people try to look someone up, say if you didn't get your, like, say you start off with one thing like YouTube, you have that name and you want to go to a different thing, but people, or like, yeah, you'd say if you have YouTube and you don't have a Instagram, people will create that name, copy the same name, and people will start following that person. So if you're trying to spread your word and you want to keep your audience influenced by the right stuff that you want to do, not influenced by someone else's things, make sure you conquer that name on everything. So that's step one, conquer the name on all platforms. Step two, create a schedule. People think this stuff you can do it like nothing. You can just sit around, do nothing, just upload whenever you want. But no, creating a schedule is important, because like on my podcast, you know what, keeping a schedule, yeah, tip number 2 is keeping the schedule. That way you can like humble yourself. You got to realize that this is your job, and with this situation you gotta be showing up. If you don't end up showing up, you're gonna be lacking and losing all the fan base that you got going on or anything like that. You have to be taking the initiative, as in like, I need to, at around this time I'm going to be fully focusing on this, because if I don't, I'm not going to do it. So one thing I started to do was starting at noon, that's when I uploaded my first TikTok video, and start sending all those videos out, like sending my video out to all my platforms. I go from TikTok to Instagram, from Instagram to Facebook, from Facebook to YouTube and stuff like that. I start uploading any platform, even Twitter. I upload on there as well. I tweet out all the videos I upload, and that's on my Piece One cast, like my One Piece podcast. So I upload all that stuff, and then from there, that's every day. So I start at noon, and then 4 hours pass by, and then I upload my next video. I do the same process again: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and then Twitter. And then 4 hours pass again. That's 8 o'clock, and boom, again, go from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then Twitter. I think that's the process, something like that. It works. My fingers start doing everything. It works. I don't know how to explain, but yeah, you got to find your little groove. You got to know when to upload, because if you lack on that aspect, you're going to realize, how are you going to attract eyes or bring people to watch what you want to do if you're not advertising yourself? So you have to be out there, like, putting in the work. If you don't do it, you're not going to get it. One thing I heard one time in a podcast was, I can't remember the exact rapper that was doing he was going to sing with Eminem, and he's like, yeah, this guy scares me. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, this guy actually treats this industry as a job. He's like, what do you mean by that? He's like, he comes in at 9 a.m. and leaves at 5. That's his schedule. If he does everything he needs to do for work at that moment, after 5, he doesn't do any of it. And he's like, so like, what happened? He's like, I ended up showing up like around like like 6:30. I showed up at the studio at 6:30 because we were gonna record a song, and I get there and I'm like, he's in there, like he's saying I'm in there, and I realized that Animan's not nowhere to be found, and he ends up calling him. He's like, "Where you at?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm already home." And he's like, "Why?" It's like we don't we have a video to record and everything like that. He's like, "Yeah, I'll be there at 9 tomorrow." And he's like, "All right." So he got there at 9 in the morning and realized that this man puts in the work. Like, just, you got to realize that people who dedicate their life to something, they will put in all it takes to do the job, like get the job done. So if you're not putting in the job, like the time to get the job done, how do you expect it to like run itself perfectly, or run your whatever you're doing smoothly and reach whatever goal you want to do without you creating like a consistent schedule, or like treating it as a job? So yeah, you gotta treat it as a job. So create that schedule, do what you got to do to work around with what you got going on, do what you need to do. Number 3, what I would say, starting a social media, like becoming an influencer, is reach out to people you would not expect yourself to be reaching out to. And what I mean by that is, you have to network, you have to talk to people, you have to find out if anyone can help you in certain situations or stuff like that. And what I mean by that is, like, you can't fully expand yourself if you just stay with yourself. Like, you probably can, I'm not gonna lie, you probably can if you stay, like, just do everything yourself. But with me, because this is a podcast, I have to bring in people to jump on, so that way it's just not me talking by myself. So I bring people in so that way they can talk on this podcast and everything. So I'm creating that friendship and everything, that way they can, if like on there, like once they're on here and everything, they can announce it to other people, or show it off to other people, like, "Oh, check out this podcast that I was just in," and everything like that. So you have to socially network. That's that's the word I should be using for step 4, social network. It will help out so much and once you're doing all that, it's just going to help you with like your growth and your all that stuff that you need to actually grow and become the influencer you want to be. So those, I think that 3 steps, 3 steps. So it's conquer the name that you want, or the image that you want, on all social media platforms. Create a schedule. And yes, create a schedule, stay consistent with it, find what you got to do. And then number 3, social network, so that way you can do whatever you need to do, yeah. So those would be my 3 tips when it comes to like becoming a influencer. I know one right now, it may not seem like it, that I'm a big influencer or anything like that, but in my mind I already know I am. And that's all I really need, because when I get there, I'm going to bring the same mentality I'm bringing now, that I'm an influencer, and I'm going to keep doing what I do. So I got that right there. Let's see. I don't know. This is actually tough. Like, just going through this and like trying to come up with all these questions by myself. But I actually like it. I actually like this. I know I'm not like being the best. I'm not bringing the best content right now, but I feel like before I started this, a lot of stuff was going in my mind and everything like that. I was like, fuck. And then, what is it? My little sister needed some help, so I was already like had so much in my mind and got a bit frustrated. So, and I kind of lashed out on her, and I'm like, now that I'm thinking, like, I could have said some stuff differently. So after I'm done with this podcast, I'm actually going to apologize and everything like that. I love her, so I can't keep that negative stuff with that thing. So I'm going to go apologize and everything once this podcast is done. But here's one last thing before I go. Spread love. You will come to a point in life where you realize that everything is negative around you. And I know it might be tough, but try to keep going. That negativity is only there because we're allowing it to like overtake all the positive stuff that's going around. in our life, and people may see positivity differently. Some people may see like by owning stuff that's positive. Some people may see having people around you that's positive. Just know, don't influence yourself by what other people think that is like happiness or positivity. Influence yourself by what's happy to you in your own way. My happiness is being on that board. Like being on the board, getting a message from my buddy, being able to watch anime. It sounds stupid, but that, like, just those stuff to me is happiness. Just being able to like find your own happiness. Just realize that not everything is impossible. Like, if this task may seem impossible to you right now, but I bet once you if you like motivate yourself to actually like finish that like task, you're gonna realize that it was actually easy for you. So keep that mentality. Don't always keep that negative thought. If you want to talk, I'm here. All my platforms are there down below. We can talk and everything. If you want, I can just hear you out. Sometimes people just need someone to hear them. That's all they need. So I'm here if anyone wants to talk. If you want me to just hear, I'll hear. But keep that positive mentality going, because the more we're happy, the more we can get done in life. So that's my last tip that I got for this podcast. Other than that, people, if you want to find me on any platform, it is connected to Abe. Or if you want to follow me on any platform for my podcast, it is my One Piece podcast. I will be seeing you guys this Sunday at around noon. Yes, noon, for the next episode for my One Piece. So thanks again for anyone that came through. Shoutouts. I don't have any. Well, thank you again, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.